Welcome everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the weekly Most Valuable Dent Award Show, where we acknowledge the most valuable dent of DSP gaming. That's right, folks. It's part of the union rules, and we are kind of forced to acknowledge at least one dent every work week for their outstanding contributions to DSP gaming and DSP Reacts. And again, folks, for about the fourth week in a row, support's been slow. And it's been very difficult to nominate a dent. Last week, we had to throw out a Hail Mary and actually award it to LTG for his assistance in helping DSP with some content, which of course didn't go anywhere, but it was either him or fake 1 Minute Man. And your boy Duty just could not compel himself to give the award to 1 Minute Man. So anyway, let's get into the nominees for the most valuable dent of the work week. Alrighty, the first nominee is Dan the Man. That's right, folks. Dan the Man came in and dropped some much needed support and helped ensure that one of the streams this week was saved. And Dan the Man has been coming in recently and dropping some pretty big tips. And the interesting thing is Dan the Man apparently is suffering from OIC-itis, where he has multiple personalities, multiple sock accounts, and he goes in for some odd reason and tips under different names. And this week was no different. We saw two of those alter egos on display. One is Dan the Man, who dropped $100, and then Pug. Of course, we all know, thanks in part to Super Crazy, that Pug and Dan the Man are the same exact dent. So for this award show, we're going to combine them and give the credit for Pug's donations to Dan the Man. That's right, Dan the Man is our first nominee. The second nominee, of course, is Game Trekker. Game Trekker is slowing down, yes, folks. The tips are not as frequent and not as high, and the tips are not as many as he's been donating in the past. But he's still trying to hang in there and still trying to keep Street Fighter alive. Although we did find an interesting tidbit that he doesn't even own Street Fighter, which is very odd, especially since he wants to give tips nonstop to Phil and give him $30 a pop for a game he doesn't even own or play. Anyway, the next nominee is Blackout. Now, your boy Duty is not fully aware who this person is, but he came in and dropped a $100 donation and helped save one of Phil's streams. So big ups. Big ups to the Dent Blackout for dropping and helping saving the stream. Phil really needed those extra funds this week, especially since support has been lacking. The next nominee is Jack Raxter. Now, Jack Raxter has been a huge disappointment with the Street Fighter 6 playthroughs. We're going on month 2, and Jack Raxter barely stops by. He barely drops any money, and he's relegated to the night streams on Friday. I guess he's sticking to his old routine when Phil used to play these Capcom 30-year anniversary collection edition, and he would drop off a $25 donation and then go back to work. So nothing's changed there. So big ups Jack Raxter for at least being consistent. Thank you. The next nominee is, of course, 1 Minute Man. Now, you guys all know how your boy Duty feels about 1 Minute Man, so he's just going to move on to the next nominee. And finally, the last nominee, and of course we can't forget this nominee, is one of OIC's female alter egos, Lisa Liu. That's right, Lisa Liu came in today, actually, during the GTA 5 playthrough and dropped a significant tip to ensure that Phil got to at least wear the gunner glasses. So big ups Lisa Lou for stopping by at least once this week and dropping some donations. So folks, those are the nominees. Let's get prepared to nominate the most valuable den of the week. Alrighty folks, I have the envelope here and I'm ready to read the name. The most valuable den of the work week for the week of July 28th through August 2nd is none other than Dan the Man. That's right, Dan the Man came in with an alter ego of Pug and Dan the Man and dropped $160 this week on Phil. And of course, that was the most significant amount of tips. It helped save a few streams. And yes, for that, we are nominating Dan the Man, aka Pug, to be the most valuable den of the work week. Now, in closing, I will say this. Jack Rackster, Game Trekker, you guys need to step up your game. Street Fighter is the only thing bringing in any support for Phil. And you guys are just lacking in that department. So if you want to continue being the most valuable den of the work week, and you want to keep getting that accolations and that credit, you need to step up your game. Anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed another award show. Being that Phil, his numbers are down, his tips and support are down. I think this day off, tomorrow's day off, or today's day off, will be a rough one for Phil. I envision him being home, watching his wife play Skyrim, and maybe just ordering one order of DoorDash. So, Dent, step it up. Alrighty, folks, that's the show. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you next week. Dan the Man, Pug, congratulations. Peace out, everyone.